Hello and welcome back to the Data Quality Architect channel. Let's talk about big data and data governance. The sheer volume and velocity of data today with cloud, with Internet of Things, AI, and a lot more unstructured data in data lakes or the data swamp to contend with. This is putting a lot of strain on traditional data governance models. So let's look to the future a bit and introduce a concept of predictive data governance. So what are the objectives here? Well, first we need to look at the practicalities of the problem working in the data governance field at the moment. Then we'll introduce the concept of predictive data governance using AI. If you've watched my previous video, data quality in the age of AI, link on the top right and in the description below, you'll know that AI has introduced a lot of new challenges, but also potential solutions. Um, then we'll solidify our understanding, looking at some real world examples and try to contemplate how data governance would sign off on this new paradigm. Finally, we will summarize everything and add some extra thoughts. So what is the core problem exactly? Well, it's that our current governance of data is reactive. We are constantly playing catch up, spend all our time fixing breaches, cleaning up data errors, and answering to auditors after the fact. We're basically historians of data failure. And even if there is a push to clean up data and sources proactively, these are usually short lived. Our failure to keep up is killing four critical data quality dimensions. The first two, timeliness and consistency. Say you have thousands of data pipelines and policy changes happen only once a month. The data estate is too fluid with both structured and unstructured data coming in and going out. By the time your team discovers a policy conflict, the data has already been used in dozens of reports. Governance is immediately out of date and inconsistent. Further to completeness and validity, we rely on static rules. What happens, for example, when an ETL job suddenly injects 40% more nulls into a mandatory field, or a new cloud service introduces structurally invalid data? We don't catch it until a critical downstream model breaks. We find the flaw too late. So to survive, we have to flip the script a bit. We need to go from reactive to predictive. This is where predictive data governance comes in. Think of AI as your early warning system, allowing machine learning to continuously monitor and even mitigate risks before they become incidents. This is a very specific solution for the data governance team. So, could AI deliver better data quality? Well, let's go back to the classic data quality dimensions. It can ensure consistency and timeliness. The AI learns the normal behavior of a data set and uses normal behavior, so based on history. If a source starts writing data that violates this or the governance policy, say, um, if there's a change to the schema or its classification, the AI detects that structural anomaly instantly. It can automatically quarantine the data set or block the write, maintaining consistency of the data lake. It also ensures validity and completeness. AI handles non-stop monitoring. So it can spot a user who suddenly queries 5,000 sensitive records when the average is 50. It's an immediate behavioral anomaly, or it sees a sudden spike in missing values in a key column, flagging a completeness risk. And the key part, automated remediation. Predictive data governance doesn't just end with sending an alert. It can act if allowed. It can automatically mask data or revoke access temporarily, taking the response time from days to mere seconds. So what are some real world examples which AI can address? Well, one simple one could be personalized customer recommendations. Now, traditionally, a governance team might manually review rules for customer segmentation, for example, based on historical sales data, trying to suggest products. But this is a slow process, limiting real time personalization. An AI power solution could continuously analyze real-time browsing behavior, purchase history, and even external trends to offer highly relevant product recommendations instantly. This leads to high customer engagement and sales. Another example is fraud detection in banking. Traditionally, rules-based systems flag transactions based on predefined criteria. New fraud patterns, unfortunately, emerge all the time and faster than these rules can be updated, leading to missed fraud and false positives. An AI-powered solution could continuously learn from millions of transactions, identifying subtle anomalies and patterns indicative of new fraud schemes in real time, significantly improving detection rates and reducing false alarms. So that sounds all well and good, but how can data governance teams confidently sign off on and trust these AI-powered applications? Well, there needs to be a sizable shift in focus here from a manual oversight of every data point to ensuring the integrity and the ethical operation of the AI systems themselves. So this would involve transparency and explainability. The AI models should not just be black boxes. Governance needs to understand how the AI arrives at predictions and recommendations. Uh, Tools and processes for explainable AI are critical here, demonstrating the model's logic and data points it prioritizes. Also, data lineage and quality assurance, ensuring that the feed into the data, into the AI models is accurate, complete, and properly sourced. Governance establishes clear data lineage and implements and continuous data quality monitoring. Also, bias detection and mitigation, proactively identifying and mitigating potential biases in the training data or AI's decision-making process to ensure fair and equitable outcomes. This is especially poignant in sensitive areas like lending or hiring, for example. There's a lot to do for the data governance team, that's for sure. There's also auditable logs and model versioning, maintaining detailed logs of model performance, changes, and decisions. This allows for auditing of AI decisions and enables governance to track different versions of models and their impact. Also, policy enforcement through automation. Automating governance policies within the data pipelines that feed the AI. For example, ensuring data privacy regulations are enforced before the data reaches the AI, or redacting sensitive information automatically. And finally, continuous monitoring of performance, establishing metrics and dashboards to monitor AI performance and accuracy over time. If performance degrades, then governance can trigger a review or retraining process. So by focusing on all of these areas, which are quite extensive, data governance teams can move from a reactive manual oversight role to a proactive, strategic, predictive one, ensuring that benefits of AI-powered solutions are realised responsibly and ethically. So to wrap up, the core challenge facing modern organisations is that disparity between increasing data volume and data velocity, and also types of data, a lot more unstructured data coming in, a lot more real-time applications in demand, and the disparity between the slow, rigid structure of traditional data governance. Traditional governance provides necessary structure and control, but is fundamentally too slow to manage the data and speed of today's required insights. AI-powered systems offer the speed and predictive capability required to thrive. But the bridge is always going to be trust for the data governance team. They must approve and leverage these high-speed applications. So the focus, as I said before, must shift from manual data review to ensuring governance by design. This means explainability, bias mitigation, automated data quality checks within the pipeline, AI pipeline itself. Govern smart, not slow. To successfully implement AI-driven data governance, your organisation, must take, some pretty big steps. So shift that governance focus from controlling every piece of data to establishing automated controls around AI models and pipelines. Invest in explainability. Establish continuous monitoring. Also, prototype and scale, which is what a lot of there's a lot of pilot projects going on with companies at the moment, but not too much on the data governance side. Select a high value, high impact application as a pilot program to prove the viability and trustworthiness of an AI governance approach before scaling it across the enterprise. The future of data governance is not about slowing down the data, it's about speeding up the control through intelligence and automation. Thank you.